Prosperity 2020 partnership was built on a vision. Education is a path to enduring prosperity. Utah can build the strongest economy in the nation by having the best educated workforce in the nation. This isn't just a smart business strategy, it's about people. If the largest population of young people in the country is well educated, everything else falls into place. We know this from practice. Our greatest natural resource in this state is the youthful population that we have. Our ability to get things done. This is a state that has accomplished great things. We've hosted an Olympics. It created a public-private partnership that's really second to none in America. We need to look at this great challenge before us in education and believe that we can accomplish the significant goals that we've laid out for ourselves. We're poised for success. We boast the fifth fastest growing economy and sixth lowest unemployment rate in the country. Major international companies like Goldman Sachs, Adobe, Twitter, eBay, American Express, Wells Fargo, and others dot our skyline as productive organizations and leaders who are engaged with their employees. We're nurturing remarkable local business support. Nelson Laboratories and Merit Medical and others as just a small example. But we have to face a stark reality in Utah. Today's success is built on the historical strength of our public and higher education systems. We have been a state that has done things well for a very long period of time. Recently, however, our outcomes have slowed. We've seen declines in our ability and our rankings nationally. Higher education, public education. We need to look at those issues and ask ourselves fundamentally why. That's one of the reasons Prosperity 2020 is in existence today, is we think that education is just not an issue for educators and for government. It's education is an issue for the society of Utah, for the things that we need to work on as citizens of this state and adapt to the ever-changing landscape that we're seeing. The demographic landscape of Utah has changed dramatically. We must change with it. We must look at solutions. We must be outcome-oriented. We must create education solutions that don't fit in a box, but work for people. We must be better prepared for the rapidly changing landscape that is Utah today. We speak 137 languages in the third grade alone in this state. That is a changing landscape that we will never look back on and see go back to 5 or 10 languages. It's going to take key strategies. We must change the dialogue in Utah from a discussion about the cost of education to the discussion of investing in education and therefore investing in the prosperity of this economy for years to come. We must take sharp focus in the area of science, technology, engineering, and math. STEM is a vital part of what we must do to be successful in the future. I applaud public education and higher education for the initiatives they've put forth with their plans this year. They have come together in a very unique way, and it's something that we can be proud of as citizens of the state in terms of our leadership and what they've done in these areas. You will see highlights in our prospectus, which is on the chair for everyone to review, of our legislative priorities and the goals that we've laid out. Money isn't the answer to everything. Money is certainly a part of the solution of the things that we need to do. I don't know a business. Jeff doesn't know a business. The various business leaders here, Jake and Roger and others, Nolan, none of us know anything more about business than this simple truth. Strategic investments are required to grow. Strategic investments are necessary to build a foundation for the future. Our inability to create strategic investments will slow our economy and will slow our growth. And we've seen it to some extent. This is a time for Utah to lead. This is a time for our legislative leaders to lead Utah. We're all deeply concerned about the fiscal cliff. We've seen some of the impacts already from what we believe is 421 million available to us, a number that may be less now that some of the announcements have come out federally about the changes in tax policy. We see more news arriving in March. Still some dialogue about sequestration. The reality is this: we are exposed to the decisions of the federal government. We can choose to go ahead and take that exposure and play status quo in Utah. Take the reduced revenue, do what we can with it, and move forward. Our other option requires courage, faith, and a perspective of our future and our destiny as a state. And that is that we take control of our own affairs. We say, despite what's going on in Washington, we are going to lead in this state, and we're going to ensure our future, because we know education defines our future for years to come. We can look at alternative revenue sources. There are options available to us that are not harmful to our economy, that make good business sense, and give us the necessary resources to make the full strategic investment we need to make in education and continue on this path of commitment to the creation of the best economy in America. We have to lead. Management will not work. Leading is what is required, and leading takes courage. I encourage all of us to lead. Lead in our discussions with our friends. Lead in our discussions and support Senator Stevenson and others who have been advocates on our behalf, Senator Osmond and others. Encourage our leaders to do those things necessary to ensure our future prosperity. It starts with education. Thank you, everyone, for being here.